There was some legit nightmare fuel this chapter. I think that anyone that decided to go through this chapter for Chainsaw Man was expecting much more of a kind of like a combat style one, which it was. But gotta say, they're those two new creepy devil designs are legitimately pretty like Bloodborne-esque, like nightmare fuel. So starting out the chapter, Ghost Snake and Chainsaw, and then that cover with Jimeno with all the flowers. I didn't think about it as the chapter began, but now like going back on it, it makes me really sad. So as it was, the now Machete Devils, I'm just gonna call them for now, took down Aki, and apparently the Devil Hunters all have like sturdy suits. I'm wondering if it meant like literally just like, oh yeah, it's a nice suit, or for like maybe they're reinforced to have some defensive capabilities. After that point, Power is just like, yeah, Aki's. I can't do anything because that guy moves so fast that not even Power could see him move. And Himeno's just talking to the creepy bloating ghost hand, and it's like, hey, I need you to do something the ghost doesn't want to. He says that girl's very frightening, which is very interesting because he's not talking about uh, the ghost isn't talking about the machete devil. The ghost is talking specifically about this girl who apparently is a snake devil, maybe someone contracted the snake devil. But Himeno believes that she's dying, or at least like injured enough that she just like there's no other option. Says that she's gonna give everything to the ghost, essentially to her ghost devil. And you see that really like nicely laid out, like worried the happy panel of the ghost devil, and then all these creepy hands, all these like again living hands. You have this weird like 20 armed like disgusting like little sentry creature with flowers on a body and this sewn up eyes and mouth, like woman head. Oh my god, it's just super creepy. I think the other one was more nightmare fuel, but this one I feel like will get more people. But she's talking about how because Aki, Aki's different than a lot of other devil hunters. A lot of the other devil hunters eventually they pretty much have their emotions like doled down. You have enough people die around you that you're close to, and you're not eventually gonna stop feeling it. Aki would pretty much, anybody, doesn't matter who it was that, was on his team, any one of the other devil hunters that he knew that died, he would cry in secret and he would mourn them. And that's one of the things that Jimeno seemed to really like about him, the fact that, he's able to kind of keep that aspect of him after everything. Because she was starting to fall into that category of just like dulled emotions until she met Aki. So she obviously, it's not just an affection for him. It's not just like she thinks he's good looking, like she said earlier. She definitely has some form of like emotional, like deeper attachment to the fact that he was pretty much able to save her from this, null emotional state. But then you have the unfortunateness of the ghost devil fighting the machete devil, and she eventually loses an arm, loses another arm as they're fighting, and she's just like looking at Aki as she knows she's done, and she's like, "Hey, don't die, Aki. I want you to cry when I die." So, that was kind of like like an interesting moment because it was a little bit selfish, but like she wants to at least have that moment where he mourns her, knowing that she's gonna die, but she doesn't want him to die. She wants him to keep moving on, keep going forward. And then the chick holds out the snake devil, and this is legitimately, I think, creepier. And some of the creatures, like we have like the gun devil, and we've seen a lot of their stuff, like machete and bat. Snakes are definitely one of those things where it's like a basic, like snakes and spiders would be like a very basic creature, not like chainsaws, guns, and weird looking monsters like these. But like snake makes sense. A lot of people are afraid of snakes, not so thing as well about spiders. This snake devil, I think, is legitimately way creepier than the weird ghost devil. Just the fact that it's got this weird, grotesque body look. Like it's not like a scaled up snake. It looks like a giant, almost leech. It has a tiny beady eye and this elongated crocodile like mouth, where it has hands that like wrap around it to keep it shut. Legit, again, bloodborne creepy. And and then the last ditch effort after Jimeno is pretty much just not there anymore, gone. You see the ghost devil kind of like barely a hand left, just seems to be kind of just worn down. Remembering back when it was with the Eternity Devil, comes up, pulls the cord on Denji's chest. Denji gets back up, and it looks like that's just Looks like that's some form of just special ability of these hybrids. These, it's not the fiend. People have just been calling him Devilman for right now until we get an official name. That as long as they get whatever their sources for their power, like as long as you pull the cord on Denji's chest, probably within a certain period of time he'll heal. And I'm guessing that's going to be a thing for all of the hybrids, in this style. But we're getting it now because Denji's like, you guys seem like bad guys, and I love fighting bad guys because no one cares when I fucking kill the shit out of them. So we're getting a battle. We're getting triple chainsaws versus triple machetes in the next chapter. That's gonna be awesome. Denji hopefully will take this guy down. I'm wondering if this guy has the same kind of like ability that Denji has, that he can take in devil blood, assumingly as well as human blood to keep going. And they talk about how they can't damage his heart. There's a reason that they need the chainsaw's heart. And again, they aren't ever referring to him as Denji. They're referring to him all the time as the chainsaw. So again, I wonder how powerful Pochita was before he met Denji. Maybe that'll explain why he was all hurt, weakened, and just decided to live with Denji for so long. But a really exciting, fun chapter. It felt short, but it was so emotionally like demanding. Like legitimately, I didn't think about that cover page, that funeral flower like layout until after I read it and then went back and looked. And poor Jimeno, I was really liking her character, and at least she got this really creepy scene. Like I think all the elongated hands enhance that so much, and then you just see this like. I don't even know what I would call this creature other than like legitimately this is just nightmare fuel monsters. Uh that poor girl. So at least it was revealed that this other girl, isn't the gun devil. I saw some people like theorizing that what if this was the gun devil, and that explained why this character is apparently like so powerful and hyped. Because obviously even the ghost devil wasn't afraid of the machete dude; he was actually afraid of this snake girl. So we'll see. Hopefully Denji can defeat him, drive him back off. We'll find out what's gonna happen. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a way to bring Himeno back. I want there to be because I really like Himeno's character already. I think she's really cool. And it will be a shame if she dies, but that's just kind of like the name of the of the series with it. Well, not literally within the name of the series. The name of the series is Chainsaw Man. But the whole layout of this series so far has been that people die way more often than you'd expect. It's a very unpredictable series with Chainsaw Man. I didn't think she was going to die. I didn't think anybody, these guys were going to die. These were like the main characters. And she died in the really the second arc, rather, after she showed up. So, sad stuff. Tell me again in the comments below what you think about all this, what you thought about this chapter. I hope Denji can avenge her. I mean, poor Aki. Poor Aki now lost his girl, and now I wonder how he's gonna keep going. He's losing everyone around him. Who knows who's gonna live out this? I don't even know. Like, is power safe at this point? Like, I guess maybe the only people you can really count on living is the main character and the female lead, but the female lead is still like this area where it's still a little shaky. Other than that, like I said, comment below. I really appreciate to hear what you have to say about this. And thumbs up the video, put the like button and the subscribe button, and check out my other videos. Run that. I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.